Hi, Steve here with my weekly diet update.
Okay, this week my fat mass is at 59.7 pounds. My body fat percentage is still 23, so it's about the same as last week.
I need to start doing something different. I think I might switch to a low-carb diet. I've been sticking to my diet foods, but I've been adding a little bit more food here and there because I don't have any energy at the gym. So I feel like I've been working out harder, so I should eat more. But my fat mass has been about the same, so I think I'm going to start doing something different. When people look at me that haven't seen me in a while, they notice I look different, and I feel like I have a lot more energy. So I think I'm doing something right, but the numbers aren't really saying that. It seems like the same thing every week, so I think I want to step it up and try something different. I think I might go with a low-carb diet. Yeah, so I went to the gym after work this week. Didn't drink any soda. Stuck to my diet. Stick to about 2,000 calories a day. And that's about it with the diet stuff. As far as the fall backlog game challenge, I haven't started that yet either. I'm still working on Final Fantasy 12. I'm 101 hours into it. I have all my characters leveled up to like level 63. I'm pretty sure I'm on the last dungeon or whatever you call it right now. I actually looked it up on the internet to see, so I know I'm going to be on the last battle. So I'm just building up all my characters to make sure they're all powered up to go into that. So I should be done with that soon, so I can get on with the backlog fall challenge. And then we did get the SNES Mini, and we just cracked that open the other day. So we're having some fun with that. My wife and I were playing Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario Kart when the girls were asleep. I think my daughter's gonna like games like Mario Kart and F-Zero and probably Star Fox. And then I played a lot of Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and that game is hard. I put it up to the highest difficulty and tried to play through it. I can tear up Street Fighter 2 and Super Street Fighter 2. I can usually go through that without losing a continue. I set it up to hard on Turbo, and it's so fast, and all of the characters are so cheap, it's so hard. I spent like an hour on it trying to beat it, but I finally beat that on hard. So I had it in my hand and I was looking at it, and it looked so much like the original. It was kind of like my mind was playing tricks on me, and it looked like there was an actual SNES sitting on the floor in the distance when I was holding it in my hand, like for my perspective, just because it looked so much like the SNES original. It just kind of was playing mind tricks with me. And the controllers are awesome. They feel exactly like the old ones to me. The actual texture of the controllers actually kind of feel coarse, like for grip. And I guess the old ones were like that too. I'm not sure though. Maybe they've just worn down over the years so they're smoother. But it kind of feels like a little bit like they have a grip, like they're coarse. So I don't remember the originals feeling like that. Maybe they were. But they feel as good as ever, and Street Fighter 2 Turbo just plays beautifully. Okay, this week I'm going to try to make it short again. I'm going to try to stop doing these 45-minute videos. It takes too much time out of my day. I usually get going on and on. I like talking about video games and movies and stuff, but it kind of takes away from all my free time. But anyway, I'll just go over some pickups this week. At the Goodwill, I picked up Scarface, the 30th Anniversary Edition on DVD. And it has 2 discs, has a little insert in there. Really good condition for $1. I'm not really into Scarface and all these crime movies, but I figured this was worth more than $1. This is a good movie, I enjoy it, but I thought I couldn't pass it up for $1. Then I got a sealed copy of Sleepy Hollow for $1. I don't know if it's worth it, but I like this movie. It's probably my fourth favorite Tim Burton movie after Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Batman, and Batman Returns. Probably this comes next. It feels a lot like an old Hammer movie from the 60s or 70s. And the disc is loose in there. Like it came detached from the case. So I'm just gonna unseal it. Hopefully the disc isn't scratched up. Okay, then I found a bunch of Laserdiscs at the music store this week for 95 cents a piece. I'm not really into Laserdiscs. I don't even have a Laserdisc player, but I collect James Bond movies, so I have a lot of James Bond movies on Laserdisc. Maybe someday I'll get a Laserdisc player. I don't know. I've been finding a lot of good Laserdisc movies for 95 cents, and I pick them up. A lot of the people I watch on YouTube are into them. I know Mr. Tight White likes the Laserdiscs, and Bad Company Gaming, and I think Rotbergs is into them too. So if any of these here, any of you guys want, let me know. I'll give them to you. Okay, got Gremlins here on Laserdisc. Really good Joe Dante directed movie. Not one of my favorite Joe Dante movies. I enjoyed it. I really like The Burbs and Piranha. And what's the other one? I think Joe Dante did Inner Space. A lot of movies Joe Dante directed I like. Okay, I couldn't pass this one up, Labyrinth, for 95 cents. I have this on DVD, but it probably goes for more than 95 cents. Got Live and Let Die here for 95 cents. I already have this one, so if anyone wants this, let me know. This is a great James Bond movie. This has action like you've never seen. I think this is up there with some of the best action movies of the 80s, and this was made in the early 70s. You have to watch this movie for the action. One of my favorite James Bond movies, Roger Moore's first outing as Bond. The third movie directed by Guy Hamilton. I really love the humor in the Guy Hamilton James Bond movies. And here is Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon. This is one of my favorite movies. I had to pick this up for 95 cents. It's going to be hard for me to let this one go, but if anyone wants this, let me know. Or I might even try to sell it. Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal, 95 cents. This is really amazing puppet work. This movie is really eerie. It gave me the creeps when I was a kid. I haven't seen it in a while. I should watch it. I know this movie is popular, Blade Runner. It took me a few times to watch this when I was younger to really get it and understand it and respect it as much as most people do. But the visuals is something in here I've always admired. Even when I wasn't really into the movie, the visuals in this movie, the sets just look so real and gritty. And the new movie's out now, so I just thought something like this would be more sought after. I don't know. For 95 cents, I thought it was good. And then Alien here. Another great sci-fi movie of the 70s. 95 cents. And then Beverly Hills Cop, 95 cents. I really enjoyed these movies. I even like part 3. I guess the first 2 were better, but I never watched part 3 because people said it was garbage. And then I finally watched it a few years back and I enjoyed it. But anyway, 95 cents, Beverly Hills Cop. And that's all I got this week. That was just over $8 for all that crap. I told my wife I could probably make money off of it, so she said I could buy it. And then I forgot to mention I had this from earlier, Jean-Claude Van Damme in Street Fighter. Like I said, I don't have a Laserdisc player, so I can never watch this. I think it was Mr. Tight White or Bad Company Gaming was saying they wanted Van Damme movies, so hit me up about that if you want it. I don't know if it's worth all the trouble to ship all of that, but they seem to be in decent condition. They're not mint or anything. But yeah, just let me know anyone is interested in those. I really wish I would have picked up that Total Recall. I know I've seen it there before. It wasn't there this week. They usually get in new Laserdiscs every week. Anyway, that's it for this week. Sorry to make it so simple and boring this week. I'll see you next week with my diet update. Bye.